Or feels like that it's hanging there. Okay, anyway, Vultures go in, don't do anything though. Looks like they planted their mines and didn't have speed upgrades, so weren't going to get anywhere. Bisu has managed to, as you see, go pretty smoothly into mid game here without any further damage. He's gotten observers out, and it doesn't seem like there's going to be any more pressure put on him. There's Fantasy and Free, both very good players. Arguably, well, not arguably, the best two players after Bisu has played on the respective teams. I don't know what happened at best, but on the John747 account, there's a short video of him crying. I haven't watched it yet or read any explanations, but that clearly does not mean he's a good player. I mean, clearly means he's not doing too well, I think. Especially because Fantasy's been tearing it up, and Best has not been tearing anything up. Got 4 gateways going up, and a couple of Vultures getting taken down. Piano has seemed to have relinquished much of his possible lead there. He's just kind of chilling now. So right now we see pretty quiet play here from both players. Got ourselves a couple of factories now up, and Bisu continuing to build up gateways. He's got himself a Stargate, in fact, an early Templar archive, which suggests he is going to go Arbiters here in this game, and certainly Bisu is very capable with them. As is any good Protoss player. Actually, I wouldn't say Bisu is particularly amazing with them. Best certainly used to be until he became, less confident in life. But we'll see what Bisu can do. Best, of course, had this, strategy that I think Bisu's basically going to do and go for very early recalls. But look at this! Bisu making a big error here, I think, letting a bunch of DTs get up. I'm sorry, a bunch of Vultures almost get up. In fact, no, they don't get up, actually. Wow, I thought they were. I guess Bisu knew what he was doing there, or perhaps Piano had some problems controlling. I thought they were definitely going to get up. Oh, no, Piano having big problems controlling now. Speaking of that, Bisu's got to avoid the mine, though. No! Whoa! It kills the tank and the Dragoon. Wow, this is just terrible for Piano. Piano totally fails in this battle here. I gotta say, that is one example of horrible control. Not pro gamer level at all for TVP. I mean, just look at how strung out his tanks are. Basically, I think what he did was select the whole group and panicked, and he pressed O, so they, excuse me, all sieged up, including ones that weren't even in range of the front line. And what is he doing now? He's just losing units, basically. He's got his entire army wiped out. Bisu now hugely in the lead. I mean, basically, he might not be able to finish Piano off right now, but Piano has no offensive capability. And Piano right now is going to be facing Arbiters pretty soon. So, in huge trouble. Doesn't even have a second gas yet, they're pointing out to us. Basically, any lead he had was gone a long time ago, and now he's way behind. I do think he had a lead, by the way. I'm not going to go back on that. I'm just saying that he pissed it away pretty darn quickly with a couple of failed assaults. Bisu with a third. Piano right now. The main problem isn't so much that he could lose instantly. It's that he doesn't have any offensive capabilities, and he's going to allow Bisu both to expand and tech at the same time because of that. He has no ability to put pressure on Bisu. Bisu right now has pretty much everything in his hands right now, and it's not as it's not as unexpected or anything like that. Not surprising at all. So Bisu right now doing a good job clearing mines in the middle. The middle is going to be very hard for any Taran to go through, not just an incompetent one, but any Taran is going to find it hard to cross this middle. I mean, it's just unbuildable, and there's a lot of ways to get to the sides of Taran fronts. It's just going to be tough. But that's life. There might be some more Taran-favored maps in this map pool. Now, there are a couple of buildable spots, actually, it seems, but not that many. As you can see, there is not buildable. I think Piano made a mistake, by the way. They're trying to run by the Vultures and attack at the same time. He should have chosen one of the two, because without the Vulture cover, those tanks were just sitting ducks for the Dragoons. I mean, I was just very surprised, and for the Zealots. Looks like Bisu's going to lose an Observer, though. This is slowly allowing Piano to creep out of his base. And look at the positioning of the tanks, I don't think that's good at all. I mean, he's got them clumped and also strung longitudinally. He wants them to be basically kind of widely spread on the lateral side, kind of in a perpendicular angle from the advance. But as you see right here, they're strung, vertically instead of horizontally like they should be. Regardless, here we go. There's the attack from Bisu. Bisu not getting a stasis off. Is he waiting for the stasis? He probably doesn't have energy for it. Bisu's going in. It looks like he just might have enough to brute force this battle here into victory. No more Zealots remaining, though, and more tanks coming down. It's going to be a close one. Bisu with a shuttle, but not using it. And Piano pouring a couple more forces in. Is he going to be able to get in? Bisu with a Dragoon Mind Drag, and a couple of Zealots coming up now. I think Bisu has the field. Yes, he is going to get the field. So Piano, once again, losing a big battle. And I think that's going to be it here. He just has no way of fighting Bisu, and Bisu is just too strong economically. And in terms of technology, he's going to be able to get recall pretty soon, although he is losing a couple of observers. That's alright. As you can see, his 3 bases are allowing him to pump units, and his Arbiter hasn't even been used yet, so it should be able to get a stasis or a recall off pretty soon. He's got a sealed off third there at the top. That's the third I was referring to. Actually, I think that's overall probably beneficial for the Protoss. Even though a Taran can pick his up, I mean, it's better when the Protoss can pick and hold theirs than their third base than it is for the Taran in that situation. Anyway, I gotta say, Dragoon drops, Dragoon drags in PvT are pretty rare. Usually you see, of course, Zealots doing that job, but Bisu's done a good job twice of getting Dragoons to drag mines into tanks. And right now that Vulture harassment once again fails. Coming from Piano, doesn't really get anything. Bisu right now has observers all around the map too. He loves to get this kind of intel, and he is on the warpath again. In the center of the map, Piano probably has maybe a handful of tanks at most, so Bisu really has many options to finish this game off that Protoss usually shouldn't have, such as a move. I mean, to be frank, you shouldn't be able to a move into the Taran base, but Bisu could possibly do that right now. He's also dancing around those Dragoons really well, although maybe he should be a little more careful. There's a lot of mines there. Bisu has to be careful, or else he's going to lose a good number of units there. Oh no, looks like he is very careful, getting himself the Zealots to defuse, and a bunch of Vultures once again going to get stymied here. Bisu putting a Dragoon on the ramp. That's going to slow down. Oh, look at those Vultures, all trapped by one Dragoon. Nice work, Bisu, and let's see if Piano can control these Vultures in order to, well enough to kill some probes. He's gotten some probes. It's going to help. He's certainly microing because he's not attacking the cannon, but he doesn't get that many. I don't think that was enough by any means to put him back in this game. He's still trapped entirely. He's got a lot of mines in his base, I can give him that. But other than that, not much else. Maybe he can hope that Bisu does some kind of triple recall all into minefields or something. And that's one way he could get back in. But really, Bisu, I think, is probably not going to do that. Probably some kind of frontal attack could work with just stasis, without even any Psionic Storm or anything. Without shuttles, you could probably just do it with stasis. He has such an imbalance of forces here. Alright, we're seeing Piano thinking about a possible third, finally. There's Bisu going for the recall. As you see, he's going to fly the Arbiter, and let's see if he gets unlucky, or if he gets lucky, he is going to get on top of the factories. Oh no, right through the factory line. Boom! Uncleared, a completely cleared area, unmined area. I think that's going to be it for Piano here. Bisu just recalling way too good of a spot. There's another Arbiter, I think could have been recalled in also. Might get a secondary recall in. Or maybe a stasis. We're going to see what happens. Bisu right now could get a beautiful stasis on that. Oh, no, recall. There we go. And a third Arbiter being recalled in. This is a chain reaction recalls here. Bisu looking just expressionless, actually, like always. And he's going to win this game. He knows it. Everybody knows that. I knew that before the game started, I think. I mean, really, with the statistics against Piano so much, really, you didn't expect him to have a chance. Although I gotta say that SCV and Marine Rush was pretty gutsy. It did put him a bit in the lead, but he wasn't able to capitalize on that. Bisu's going to stream in a few units in the front too, and he's going to be able to continue stringing them in once he gets rid of the minefield directly from his base. He doesn't have to rely on dropping or recalling. I mean, the game's over. Look at the main base. It's over. Piano is going to lose the first game here for CJ, I'm sorry, not for CJ, for Woonjin Stars. Next, we're going to see Quanro, who was formerly on CJ Entus. Now he is on Woonjin Stars. So let's see what happens there. There is Bisu winning the first game quite handily despite the early setback. I gotta say, there's a recovery there worthy of, not really worthy of Stork yet, but certainly a good recovery, and really a weak Taran game, unfortunately, that we had to witness there. But anyway, let's move on right now to Quanro. GG.